There's a side of horror gaming most people never see. Beyond the big titles and viral hits lies a hidden world, one filled with obscure, unsettling, and deeply disturbing indie games that slip under the radar. These aren't your typical jump scare experiences. They linger, they crawl under your skin. From forgotten projects buried in forums, these games push boundaries in ways you wouldn't expect. Some are psychological, and some are surreal. Today we're diving into a handful of disturbing indie games. Some you might recognize, but many you probably don't. And trust me, a few of these might make you wish you'd never seen them at all. So let's get into it. Up first, we have Anatomy. In Anatomy, you'll step inside a quiet suburban home, search rooms, uncover hidden cassette tapes, and examine the unsettling anatomy of everyday spaces. The story slowly becomes something much more abstract and disturbing. Fear comes from ideas and atmosphere, not threats. Feels like the house itself is aware. This game contains distorted flashing images, body horror, and strong horror theme. Next is Discover My Body. In the year 2040, human beings look for increasingly strange solutions in hopes of finding connection and a sense of belonging. It starts simple, then becomes deeply disturbing. It breaks the fourth wall in subtle ways, and it leaves you questioning what's real in the game. Next up is Paratopic. In Paratopic, you transport illegal VHS tapes across a border, uncover the remains of a hidden illicit trade. Ready yourself for an assassination. Paratopic is a retro-style 3D horror experience that takes you through a surreal fever dream nightmare. You never fully understand what's happening, and that's the point. Next up is No Players Online. In No Players Online, you traverse the digital wasteland of a long-abandoned shooter. But don't be fooled by appearances. The game itself is only a remnant, concealing a deeper purpose beneath the surface. Download games from an obscure forum, sift through the previous owner's files, and peel back layers of data to uncover the conspiracy behind a mysterious capture the flag game. As the saying goes, a game is a window into its soul. Using cutting-edge technology, you can merge these souls together, fusing your favorite games into something entirely new. Just be warned, corruption may occur. Features include fully realized faux 90s desktop, complete with Minesweeper. Download games from an obscure game forum and get to know the community. Combine entire games together with the Soul Transfer application, but be wary of possible corruption. Find an old multiplayer prototype and figure out its real purpose. Immerse yourself as you put together clues and figure out the life of the developer and the conspiracy surrounding him. Next up is My Eyes Deceive. In My Eyes Deceive, you follow a young girl who has spent her entire life in a shelter. Outside, a deadly disease has ravaged the world, plunging society into chaos. Thankfully, her father is there to protect her. My Eyes Deceive is a first-person psychological horror experience that makes players question their perception and consider whether they can blame themselves in retrospect. This game includes sensitive and distressing subject matter, including highly triggering elements such as suggested sexual abuse. It may be deeply unsettling to some players. Individuals who find disturbing content distressing or have experienced trauma related to these triggers are advised to refrain from playing. Next, we have Bite-Sized Terrors, Erebos Heaven. As the world spirals into chaos, twisted creatures emerging, disturbing sightings spreading, and cosmic events tearing at reality, you're left with only one instinct: pray. In a moment of pure panic, you call out to a god without even thinking who might be listening. something answers. You're suddenly pulled into a place known as Salvation's Land. But who or what actually heard your prayer? Now trapped in an isolated home, you move through each day with a growing sense of dread. Darkness consumes your vision, forcing you to navigate slowly, relying on faint light and what little you can see beneath your feet. Your movement shifts with your character's emotions, sometimes steady, sometimes urgent, depending on what lurks nearby. This is a short, uncanny horror experience driven by unsettling sounds and eerie voices. By stripping away your sight, the game heightens tension through design alone. You never truly know what's around you. What begins as subtle unease quickly escalates into deeply disturbing encounters. And no two playthroughs are the same. Your choices matter. Did you leave the front door open? The closet? Did you follow that sound? Or did you hesitate? Did you react fast enough? In this game, there is definitely no hand-holding, so you're on your own. Next up, The Static Speaks My Name. The Static Speaks My Name is a dark, emotional, strange, and occasionally funny first-person exploration experience. It's short, but brutally effective. It focuses on isolation and obsession. The ending hits hard in a very uncomfortable, grounded way. In this game, you step into the final nights of a man's life as he becomes consumed by a mysterious painting. This is a story-driven piece that leans into atmosphere and character rather than traditional gameplay. This game includes explicit themes surrounding suicide. Next up is Perfect Vermin. A sledgehammer has been provided to you. Your objective is to smash objects in an office to find hidden vermin. What seems like a simple task quickly turns into something much darker. Next up is House of Velez. Lily Velez, daughter of renowned archaeologist Victor Velez, returns to her family estate after learning of her father's sudden disappearance. Determined to uncover clues about his whereabouts and clear his name amid a scandal tied to his company, Lily begins her investigation. But what she finds pulls her far beyond a simple search for answers. It pulls her into something far more dangerous. As she descends into the dark history hidden within the House of Velez, she must fight not only for the truth, but for her own survival. House of Velez is a horror game focused on stealth and puzzle solving, emphasizing sneaking, running, and hiding over direct combat. It features a focus mode that reveals enemy vision and hearing ranges from tracking your own noise levels. Another mechanic is the heart rate suppression. It limits movement but allows you to become invisible when used effectively. Inspired by titles like Haunting Ground and 1980s horror films such as Hellraiser. And last up we have Suite 776. Suite 776 focuses on intense environment or pure suspense, horror, and mystery. A pure terror with a twisted backstory, jumping straight into the horrors surrounding Suite 776. Marcy is a well-known and highly regarded architect, deeply proud of her work and accomplishments. However, she also had an unusual sensitivity when it came to criticism. Unable to cope with it in a healthy way, she developed a strange habit of ringing a bell, each bell representing criticism, which would quickly trigger intense anger. This behavior grew more severe after she finished designing and building her own home, Suite 776. The structure was odd, confusing, and impractical. Yet Marcy considered it her greatest creation. In the end, she hung herself, hanging inside Suite 776, lifeless. Your goal is to confirm whether the rumors surrounding Suite 776 are real by capturing photographic evidence of Marcy in motion. It is said that she still roams the hallways, targeting anyone who dares to ring her bell, to criticize her. How many times will you ring the bell? And that's just a glimpse into some of the most disturbing indie horror games that lurk beneath the surface. There are still countless of hidden titles out there. Strange and unsettling experiences waiting to be discovered. Or maybe avoided. Indie horror has a way of pushing boundaries in ways big budget games rarely dare to. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes it so unforgettable. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to stick around. There's always more obscure and disturbing content to uncover. And if you know any indie horror games that deserve a spot on a future list, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.